Welcome, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic episode of Friday Night Fights. I'm none other than Corrodin, joined by my co-caster extraordinaire, Dr. Fish. How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty well, man. We got some matches last minute, and we're gonna rock and roll through them, and really looking like some hype matches.
Yeah, it's gonna be hype. Before we get to them, introducing also on Op tonight, the man, the myth, the nicest guy in THL, Saku. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
No,
That's
I'm doing
about
great.
As good as you can be, right?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to stream on a Friday night, thanks to some very lovely players out there that got scooped up last minute. Thanks to Fish for reeling them in, and Lotus Knight for volunteering. So
yeah, definitely bailed us out this week for Friday Night Fights.
Did,
a little bit left on the ball, you know. We're a little bit slower. Maybe it was that Canadian holiday we had on Monday, rolling to the American holiday this weekend. So happy long weekend to all you Americans out there. But before we get to the long weekend, we've got Black Conference, we've got Pink Conference, we've got Black Pink Pro Series. Fish, let's take a run through this first match here. Lotus Knight versus Palmlock. We've got Brushy Tuna versus, Palm Locked and Load. Run me through these deck lists.
All right, so we'll start with Mr. Lotus Knight. We got Demon Hunter, Paladin, Druid, and Warlock as I see them on my list, even though they're in different order on the screen. The Druid deck is Clown Druid. Demon Hunter is Death Rattle Demon Hunter. Paladin is N'Zoth Paladin, running double Brooms, double Conviction. That's kind of feels like the standard list for, and then a Control Warlock. Oh, I love to see some Control Warlock. And then on the side of Poemlock, we have Mage, Priest, Warlock, Warrior. Got looks like just regular old Spell Mage, no Lunacy. We've got Priest is kind of your Control Priest deck running Flesh Giants, no Light Shower Elementals. Warlock is a controlling Warlock deck, kind of similar to Lotus. And then Warrior is this is like a corrupt warrior list.
Yeah.
It's Clown Warrior, okay.
Yeah,
and it runs Yogg Master and it runs Yogg.
Yeah, it's a very spicy list coming out from Poemlock here. As you're saying, it's a Yashiraj with the Dark Moon Rabbit, Yogg Saron for a little bit of clown action. So, running that bulk up to try and get bigger clowns. No survival of the fittest in Warrior to get that big AoE, massive buff, obviously. So, clowns kind of perform decently in other decks. I mean, Priest is typically where you would see them outside of Druid, but take me through this Warrior deck here, Fish. Like, what do you think it's going after?
So, it's very interesting. It's kind of built partially like a Control Warrior deck, which does well against Priest. Where it's got the board clears, it's got it's got pretty much what you expect from. It's got the Kargath, which is very good into stuff like Priest. But this top end is so interesting, and I'm not 100% sure what it's targeting. I mean, it's obviously a deck that would perform well if Lotus had brought a Priest. It might also help out against something like the N'Zoth / Menagerie Paladin. But I feel like Paladin, if it gets that late, is already either won or lost to the Control Warrior deck. I'm curious if this even how big of a factor this will end up playing when the Warrior gets played.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come down to, like you said, if the Warrior can stave off that early aggression that Menagerie Paladin can really facilitate. We do have bans in, so no surprise here that Lotus actually took out the Mage for Poemlock, and Poemlock taking out the Paladin for Lotus. I pretty much understand Paladin is pretty much bannable. I'm interested that the Druid actually didn't go here. Big Druid, or I guess Guardian Druid or Clown Druid, Primordial Druid, however you want to
It's
call
primordial probably.
it's got a really good matchup into the Priest and into the Warlock. I find sometimes, because really, if you don't find the early game, and
Yeah.
actually not running any wow, the big 8 mana AoE. Come on, figure it out.
Yeah, the light shower elemental.
No. The Warlock. He's not running.
Warlock?
No, he's got Ticketus. Guys, my brain, it hurts.
What,
Twisting Nether.
What, Twisting?
No Nethers.
Yeah, Twisting Nether. Yeah,
Oof.
yeah. Lotus
Wow.
doesn't have one of that at all. Has Alex Strahd of the Lifebinder. What actually both decks do? What's his?
Poimlock actually took them right out of the deck. Looks like might have put them in for the Alex, and the Void Drinkers could have been.
Maybe. I think
no
I
Yashiraj.
think it's the
either.
Void Drinkers. Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like a standard list. The ogres can definitely are a tough fit, but I mean,
This.
it's going to be interesting. I know Lotus
this list
taking
is
the mage out.
interesting.
I think the mage was the best way for.
It is, yeah.
So taking that out is going to be key for Lotus, and I'm glad to see that. And Pointlock, the Paladin ban, I get it. Paladin's crazy strong, but this Druid with the type of Warlock you brought might have been closer to it. So I think we're about to jump in on here. Poimlock going to be first to spectate. So that's going to be on the bottom there. And Lotus Knight will be on the top for our viewers at home.
Yes. See how they lead this match off. Just gonna wait for these eyeballs to show up.
I really expect to see. I mean, Lotus could really run whatever he wants out here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Druid. It's got 2 really good matchups, I think. Even in the Warrior. I mean, Warrior just doesn't have. It's got the Brawls, and it's got the Barov and the Bladestorm. But outside of that, I mean, there's not a ton of ways to clear a massive board anymore the way that Control Warrior always used to. So I'd be very hard pressed if we don't see the Druid come right out here for Lotus.
Yeah, I think Druid is a good lead for Lotus.
All right, what do we see? We're actually gonna see Warlock versus Demon Hunter. He's got a little bit of that Death Rattle Demon Hunter coming out for Lotus Knight into the Control Warrior of Pointlock. And honestly, I think this Control Warlock is way better geared to go against a board-centric deck that is the Death Rattle Demon Hunter.
Yeah, for sure. And Lotus rips out Eldari and picks Star Student Stelina.
Yeah, just a aggressive minion on, turn 2, and really you don't have a whole lot going, or turn 3, sorry, when you don't have a whole lot going on right now. Typically with Skull in hand, you might want to see him hold on to that, just so you can tutor the Skull out a little bit sooner. So, pretty good start for Poimlock here. He's got some pretty reactive stuff, able to shuffle some shards into the deck, and then able to Void Drinker them out. And it might be a little tough for Lotus to get through this first initial Void Drinker. So,
sure, for sure, yeah.
Militia picked up on the side of Poimlock. Just going to be some pretty standard turns. Ogre Mans are picked up off the tap. Probably won't see too much use in this game. Not a ton of spells going to come out from Lotus Knight here.
Yeah, I think this Void Drinker is gonna be an interesting spot. Well, okay, now with the Spirit Jailer picked up, my last point is now no longer viable. He might not put any souls in his deck before 5, but we see a Spirit Jailer picked up in hand, so probably gonna be able to play that out with a tap. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if Lotus doesn't start getting off to a start here, or some pressure on the board here, it might be a bit rough for him. We are going to see Fishy Flyer coming down, trading off into the Spirit Jailer there, and I mean, yeah, Point Blanc kind of has the whole world in his hands right now. There are shards in the deck, so he could just coin out this Void Drinker.
Yeah, it's maybe the
Hmm.
hesitation is the fact that it can get instantly cleared, and instantly cleared just by attacking it with Fishy Flyer. Maybe could opt. I would have maybe opted for a. Well, I guess Soulshare is fine, but getting the Scorpid, maybe there was an option to go coin Scorpid there. I think the Soulshare is just fine though.
Yeah, I also kind of like the Coin Ogre coming into 5.
Yeah.
You know that he has a discounted, well, not a discounted skull, but at least a discounted Outcast card. So coming into turn 5, I mean, Ogre wouldn't have been too awful there, and now we
It
are.
would have been good.
Yeah, now we are gonna possibly go for this Void Drinker turn later. So hold on to the coin, maybe for an Elucia down the line, or Elucia, sorry, a Malicia next turn. And I mean, Lotus now kind of has the whole card in his hand.
Yeah.
5 mana Inquisitor comes down. Wow,
It's gonna be able
this
to rip
is
16
a hot
damage.
16.
Yeah. This is something where the Warlock can't really deal with this. Like, they can clear the minion now. They can heal, but now there's gonna be so much damage coming through. We see even more damage in hand with the 3 mana Relentless and a 2 mana Chaos Strike. So it's looking pretty grim for this deck right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you just throw Talon down here, you have no way to clear the Inquisitor off of that. And then, I mean, you Siphon Soul here, you heal yourself back up to 12, but you're just looking at a 4 attack 5 with so much more burst that's possibly going to come out. And I think that, does that seal the deal?
It is just lethal, right? 10,
Yeah.
12, 11. It's
5
one
and 9.
one off.
We are
One
one
off?
off. Yeah.
So let's see what Chaos Strike draws. Doesn't draw it. So we're gonna see Stelina come out actually.
All
She's
right. Probably going to
Talon's-
put that Ford Ring back into the deck.
I would pick the Forging myself.
Oh,
Picks the Lucky Soul Hoarder. Okay.
Doesn't want any card draw.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Lotus is in such a good place that Militia doesn't do a whole lot
He
here.
comes back.
Is that the corrupted one?
That is,
It-
yeah.
Wow. Stelina just put it on the top of the deck. Oof.
So I suppose the shuffle on the Soul Hoarder was for this reason of you didn't really want to, I guess, go into the fragment turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this Soul, Siphon Soul, could have put us to 8.
Now Relentless is lethal, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
Lotus will just rip it. Just for good measure, we'll draw second Chaos Strike.
Yeah, there was a lot of damage in that deck.
Yeah. Lotus takes the 1-0 lead. Death Rattle Demon Hunter over the Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, after a few turns of Lotus really not having much to do, it just, Eldari Inquisitor 4/5 green reg just get you there at the end of the day.
That was really nice. That was really good pick up by Skull. So Lotus, I'm wondering if Poimlock is going to try and find another deck to play for now instead of the Warlock. I feel like Warlock doesn't have that many great matchups into Lotus's decks. I might be wrong. Might have to wait for like either a mirror or something like that.
Yeah, with the
maybe
Warlocks,
try to get that Priest. Nah, Priest has some.
no,
not
with
so
the
good
Warlock
matchups.
still up and the Druid, I don't think this Priest sees the light of day for a while until he has to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna smash this Warlock back.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a tough matchup. The Druid, depending on the draws, can definitely get out of hand. There is Ticketus, but I don't think we're keeping it. I think in this matchup, Poimlock is gonna have to be the aggressor.
Yes.
But just foregoes what I'm saying, and wants that corrupted Ticketus as soon as he can get it down. Does have a coin, so we could see that as soon as turn 6.
Yeah. I mean, that is definitely a way to play this matchup. It feels slow when you have decent early game options. Like the Soul Hoarder, I probably might have just kept the Soul Hoarder just as a 3-mana 3/4 because this unless this deck gets absolutely mega rolls you, like they're not going to be doing a whole lot early. However, at least Warlock has Life Tap as an option to find stuff. Finds Jiraxis. That's a huge card in most matchups that go late. But
yeah, it's just going to be another way. But I mean, if Jiraxis is coming down, Lotus is probably in a pretty decent position. Yes. Not finding any ramp on the side, so Pomlock does have a little bit more time on his hand here. Most likely just going to... Oh, are we going to see the School Spirits? Fair enough. Just wants to get those fragments in. Better if we see I guess a top deck into the Void Drinker.
Yeah. That's definitely playing for a top deck. Lotus just going to clear off this Armor Vendor.
Man, still no ramp. Not even a Lightning Bloom in sight.
Yeah.
And this is kind of where you were right on the side of Poimlock. Is that
yeah, because now we see it. There's ramp. It's the ramp strong. GA comes out next turn.
GA comes out next turn. I mean,
I actually more think we're gonna see the Primordial, very likely. But GA now is a good play and would be not a terrible play into a Ogre, but it's gonna get a Yogg. Could have opted for the Broom there as well if you want to clear that minion up, but we're gonna opt to leave that in hand. Don't want to use the Innervate yet.
Yeah, no, I think we're probably just gonna Innervate.
Yeah, you're Innervate, right?
Yeah. Next turn, we do have the Siphon Soul here. It can clear up one of these minions. Possibly could see a Sociologist, but you're kind of setting yourself up. You still can clear off one of the minions, and then you have Ticketus for next turn. But you've already seen Lotus does have at least one power of the or survival of the fittest in the hand. So see what he opts to rip here.
Okay, gonna look at setting up oh no, we're just gonna go for Jailer.
I don't mind that.
Siphon. That's good. Yeah, that's a fine play.
Because if you're expecting him to now coin out or innervate out his survival, he's got to get through that one taunt. Guardian Animals is in the hand as well, so it's going to be a little bit heartbreaking for Poimlock. There's the Lake Thresher.
The Lake Thresher is huge, yeah. Clears the board fully. 6 damage goes face.
And I mean, just coin to not overdraw. I mean, I just kind of like, it doesn't really matter what you have in this sense. I guess you don't want to dodge a clown.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, snap pick on the soul. On the Cerrone. Wow.
Cenarian.
Cenarian armor.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough turn. You like to see the Void Drinker, but I really think we need to Sociologist here.
I think you have to drop Militia here. It clears a lot of the board.
Yeah, we've got 4, and then we can Ticketus the turn after and hopefully burn some clowns.
Exactly.
We can't clear the whole board, unfortunately.
Yes.
We can clear 2 minions off of it, though. I kind of like leaving up
He's gonna Hysteria, okay. He's gonna actually burn cards, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very smart play there.
Sure, definitely smart play.
There's one clown.
Burned a clown.
Okay. Clown down.
Sure.
All right, hoping to dodge some soul fragments here, and we do, and the Cascading Disaster.
Yeah, now the Thresher gets cleared up.
Yeah, it's gonna leave us with a 3/3 and a 5/5 on board. So this is kind of the turning point for Warlock.
Yeah, we do see a 5/5 Broomstick get picked up, so I'm guessing we can just go like, yeah, those 2. Plus an Innervate Broom. And that's real bad for that's not so good for this Warlock.
And we can clear. Ticketus Coin Cascading clears all of these minions.
Yes. This is where the Warlock gets their decent.
All right,
matchup.
drum roll.
Burns. It looks like the other clown is burned.
Oh, we got it. And
Got
the
all of them in
primordial.
Primordial. Yeah,
I mean-
Lotus didn't have much in deck. His deck just got decimated though by that. He has no. I don't think he has a single beast left in deck. I have to check.
I don't believe so, unless he's running Moonfang or a
He is running
Spicy
Moonfang.
Kodo.
He is running Moonfang.
All
yes.
right, so we do have the singular. Oh my goodness, you can't be serious.
No way. Cenarian Ward gave Green Rag. He gets to hit face for that and trade it to Tick. So nice for him.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, I mean, these Soul Fragment draws are still very nice though, and there is always Alex Straza for the face if necessary. Probably doesn't want to do that. You're looking at like Jiraxis as well, to start pumping out 6/6s every turn. Like,
I personally like the Alex. It needs to be dealt with immediately. The Void Drinker is fine, but you're at 14.
Yeah.
So the fragments might have been nice on the heel.
Oh, I think probably could rip GA because you have at least the Moonfang in the deck, and then you can play out some stuff, and you can even
yeah.
broom if you want.
But it. So then, all right. Try and clear up this board once again.
There is no disaster this time. There is no Yasharaz. There is not much left to keep this
No,
the Warlock alive, honestly.
and we know Poimlock's list is not running the Twisting Nether, so other than another Cascading Disaster, which is not corrupted and would take, a turn at least to get 2 corruptions on it, no Yasharaj in this list either. So
yeah,
that's it. Like,
such an interesting list. I mean, it's definitely. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting list.
I think it's tech to deal with the aggressive and like mages.
Yeah, you're right.
With these double ogres and things like that. I think it's more tech to win the early game so you can just shut the late game out. But against a deck as greedy as these guardian animals, not much you can do. Siphon Soul off the top is going to deal with this Moonfang. I mean, it's still a game. We are. Oh no, we're dead. No, we're not. Are we dead? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, because you lightning bloom out the hero power after.
Hero power.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, for Poimlock there, what can you do but play around a Cenarian Ward into Green Rag for the second time in this series?
Yeah. All right. So we are left in a scenario where Lotus has only his Warlock, his control Warlock, which has a lot of the top that has that Yasharaj, has the twisting. There's a couple there. It just has a couple of different minions compared to what Poimlock has, and part of it probably has to do with a couple of changes probably coming in for control Warlock lists in the last weeks. But yeah, let's see what if Poimlock just probably gonna run that Warlock back out again and hope to get a win here.
Yeah, I mean, the mirror is probably your best bet, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Warrior doesn't come out here. I think it's got a decent matchup.
Yeah, Warrior can get there too.
And it does have the Yasharaj, it has the Yogg, so it's got a little bit more of a top end to battle against this. And I mean, it doesn't have an early game, so it's going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough, but I could definitely see that Poimlock's Warlock coming back out as well. And, it's got to get a win, so why not try and just push it through right now?
Yeah.
Poimlock is deciding as well. As they decide this, we're in. Never mind. Next time. Yeah, perfect. So he is bringing out that warrior. I do really like this.
I like this bring as well. I think this can get a win over the Warlock.
Yeah, I think it's going to have its best chance. There's the Corsair's cash. Do we have our Bulwark of Azeroth? We do. So, or even just at Outrider's Axe.
Yes.
Been interesting. So how hyped everyone was for Outrider's Axe, and it just hasn't seen the play that we expected from to be a dominant draw engine for Warrior.
I think I mean it's really good in Control Warrior. It's just that Control Warrior is not the main. It's just not the main type of warrior deck being played currently. And Rush Warrior doesn't really need that, right? It just plays Watley and stuff like to draw its minions.
Yeah, Watley is insane for that deck.
Yeah. It's kind of early turns going pretty. Looks like they might go just kind of fine for Lotus. Not a whole lot going on here. Can just play this Axe for a draw though. So looks like Lotus is going to get back healed up to full.
Ooh, God, the double cutting class in hand is so much draw.
That is a lot of draw for the warrior, indeed.
What do we could draw? We could draw a lot of cards. Well, Bladestorm.
Yeah, very likely gonna. Well, Bladestorm doesn't do enough actually.
Does not. I mean,
Because,
we could hit. We can hit Coheres and then smash the 2/2 that comes out for a card draw. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I actually, I think you're right.
Don't see Void Drinkers in the list. The next thing you're keeping is the Coheres for is possibly a strong man, but we're a few turns away from that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can even cutting class behind that. All right. Gonna hold on and keep the 1/1 on board. I don't mind either one.
Draws the second course. Okay.
Very nice. So
I expect that, and then a corrupted Lucky Soul. All right, draws the second ogre.
second ogre is picked up. Corsair, that's nice. Bulwark of Azeroth is going to be very nice if this goes into a little bit of fatigue matchup. Bulk up, picked up, and Kargath. I mean, this is what you want to see.
Dark Moon.
Wow, yeah. I mean, that's the
only has 9 cards in hand, so no overdraw.
If he swung with the axe and killed the minion, I think is why he's holding here.
Yeah, agreed. Just gonna see the minions very likely get removed.
I mean, Voidwalk is he's positioned well.
He is definitely. That's a barricade, so I mean, could opt to just swing in and barricade to just get a couple taunts in the way.
Yeah, I mean, hovering the shield slam, it deals with the ogre very nicely, and then barricade behind it. You can even just coheres one of these minions. Just a ton on the docket for Poimlock.
Yeah.
Getting down there though, I don't know how much more we want to be we want to be drawing cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be drawing cards here. There's a 7-card difference between the two. Noted that the clowns are now all 5/5s. So and there's a Kargath Prime in the deck. So this Dark Moon Rabbit can come down on 10 if there's a good opportunity for it. And that would create double corrupted clowns. So that is where this Warlock would really struggle to win.
Yeah. Only the single copy of Nether. So we have to remember that. As soon as that first Carnival Clown board is dealt with, the second one is most likely coming flying out, and then Lotus might be in a bit of trouble. You'd have to hit your Cascading Disasters, and I mean, that only clears up 3 of the minions.
Yeah, and Yashiraj the Defiler is in hand.
Goodness.
Oh no, there's 2 copies of clowns plus the other one, so now there'll be 3 boards of clowns, all of which can come back from Yashiraj if that last one gets corrupted.
We still have a
So-
second bulk up in the deck.
Yes.
We could just clown on this guy.
Yeah, this warrior is now in that is now just got to execute correctly. I mean, it's really really nice for him. Gonna see the Rancor come out potentially all right, or Rancor get a couple extra 4 armor before swinging into Talon Forge Ring. This will draw Ticketus.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. When Ticketus is still the highest cost in your deck.
No,
that
it'll
is
draw Strongman. Sorry, my apologies.
Oh, I always forget about that card.
Yeah, same here. Good thing is that I think Lotus could probably just slam the Jiraxis here, and then play out the Strongman as a 0-mana 6/6.
I'm interested of the use of the Blade Storm there. I thought he was going to save it for clown turns. I know he's scared to overdraw, but at this rate, you've got absolutely everything you need in your hand.
Exactly.
I'm curious if we wanted to Blade Storm, we could have actually Blade Stormed the board there and cleared everything, gaining us actually an additional 6 armor. So
Yep. We go for the rabbit and corrupt, half the hand just full of clowns. Just clear off that minion, and now Lotus kind of has to know what's coming. It might even be fine to go for like a militia turn here, honestly. Just to build that big board and get a 6/6 on board. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely your best way to fight back on this board. There is a juiced Yogg-Saron. Definitely not going to see that this turn. Could definitely play it a little bit slower. I like just slamming a clown here. I mean,
I don't know if I would. I think I might brawl just to get rid of this big board.
so here's my idea. There's an entire board on the other side. If you just play your clowns, he has to trade. I mean, Cascading Disasters is in the hand. And Point Block might know he hasn't seen it yet. But at the end of the day, it does lock out a Twisting Nether. You're forcing them to make the trades and have the Cascading. He is going to be a little bit punished here, but I don't think he's in the worst position.
No, he's definitely not in the worst position. He's in a fine position for sure. But so we're gonna see Hysteria, which can actually just clears off one of that's a really good hit. It clears out one of the clowns. Lotus is gonna get to push some damage here. Just trades all those in and keeps everything on the board. Takes 6 damage himself and pushes 17 onto this board. But I mean, we know there's 3 more boards of clowns coming, and eventually it just becomes too much. The only thing that Lotus can kind of hope for is to get the warrior low enough to Alex in the face and win. Although there won't be a clown turn, but we're just gonna could just coerce or Blade Storm here as well. Yeah.
Don't know if I like the use of the brawl there. I think if we did clown last turn, we're pretty much just slamming clown boards until we run out. Now you're giving your opponent initiative to play their whole hand out, whereas you've seen the one you saw Hysteria, you saw a lot of use there, and then he had to make trades, so you kind of have a soft read on what's in the hand.
Yeah. For sure, I agree. Because this type of board can just get hit. Can you just get Twisting Nethered? Like, Kargath is a big pickup.
Yeah, Kargath last turn is really good, but I mean, we've got 3 clowns in our hand and Yashiraj. I mean, sooner or later we're gonna have to make a push. This does push us out of Alex range. But I mean, there's 11 on the board. We just gained 10 armor, but it's gone.
Yeah. Can just go like Soul Shear hit there. I mean, I guess it's not amazing. There's a chance we just see Alex on the minion. I don't know if I like that. I think you want to save Yashiraj for I think you want to play down the Yashiraj, maybe, but there's...
Well, Ticketus doesn't matter anymore. So
Ticketus won't matter this game, definitely. Yashiraj is pretty good here. It gets you it gets you like draw and it gets you taunt. And the Cascading Disasters, you can just play for 4 mana whenever. And that 6/6 is always a 0 mana 6/6. Oh, okay. Interesting.
I mean, this is the biggest board.
Yeah.
And there is the second Cascading.
Draw second Cascading. Oh, second Brawl picked up. Gonna slam it. Needs anything but the 10/10 to live.
Bladestorm will clear it up.
10/10 lives. Gonna Bladestorm it though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If there was nothing else to play, game would have been over there. Yeah.
Oh, he could have bulwarked.
Could have bulwarked. Definitely.
Bulwark is still going to be fairly strong. There is the Ticketus in hand. Finally, with 4 cards remaining, Alex is finally going to hit face.
Ticketus corrupted. Cascading corrupted. The main thing here is just to be able to get this Cascading to 3 in case of another clown board, because you know Bulk Up was played, so you know there's more clowns. At least one more set. I'm so surprised we just haven't seen clown board after clown board. It's so weird.
After that first clown board, like I said earlier, I think we needed to keep seeing clown boards come out. Now we're behind the ball, and we've exhausted resources out of Lotus Knight, and we needed to continually force them. We have Yashiraj. We could play 8 clowns this game if we wanted to.
Yeah. He's gonna hover and play the 6/6 clown board, but Lotus is gonna have enough to at least deal with some of it.
I mean, Ticketus is gonna corrupt.
Ticketus is gonna make Cascading, but I mean
there's off 3.
Yeah, we got rid of the rest of the deck, which is Barov, Barricade, Shield Slam, and now Lotus can have an idea of what's in the hand. Right, just make trades. And now this warrior has Rancor, but really only able to get a little bit of extra armor from slamming it here.
They're gonna pull 4 extra armor. I can't imagine we don't see a bulwark here.
Yeah, we need to see the bulwark and to kind of close this game out for a bit.
Oh, just wants to push the damage.
Yeah, he's just gonna start playing clown boards from here out. Lotus has to find something decently fast. The next clown board can get Twisting Nethered.
It can get Nethered. I know we might be saving the bulwark to dodge later fatigue, but
Tamsin. Make sure to Tamsin first, potentially. All right,
Tamsin's actually very protected. Poem does not want to hit it because he'll just be fatiguing himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Doesn't really have a way to deal with it either. Has 2 clowns, bulwark. Like, the bulwark can come down pretty much at any time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just overrode it this turn to play the bulwark, but...
Oh, it's too late. If you bulwark here...
Yeah, the clown comes out, and then it kind of forces Twisting. And then another clown board comes out. Like, it's so weird. It's literally just a fatigue battle, like... Because it's just gonna be can he get enough done, and there's really not a whole lot that Lotus can do, but he does have some he's gonna be able to
that's 7
clear out
shards.
No, he can clear this board almost completely due to Tamsin.
Yeah, with that pickup of the other Soul Shear, it is going to just extremely shuffle fragments in.
It's very close to lethal, yeah, because we'll be able to clear off most of the board with the Drained Souls and the second School Spirits.
That hits there, that goes there, and then the Hysteria could...
Hysteria! Oh my gosh, yes, there's Hysteria!
If it doesn't clear the 6/4...
Even if it clears the 6/4, I think he's fatiguing enough. It's very close.
It's only for 3 next turn.
6/4 is not... Let's see if it does it. 6-4 not clear.
That's-
Lotus wins. That's a 3-0 for Lotus Knight.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, what a well-played match. That was... Oh my gosh, that was insane. Tamsin's so good.
Man, it was there. It was right in Poimlock's hands. And I know when you see clowns, it's a big hesitation to not play them. I think you just got to play them. I think the game goes in a different direction. You got to put Warlock on the back foot. It's a tough one. It's very tough. I think he piloted it as well as he could have. Using 9 mana towards clowns is always a bit upsetting, but as we saw, 3-0 sweep. Lotus, how you doing, man?
Lotus.
I'm doing good. This was a fun match.
Took it
Very
right,
random.
Yeah, it took it right down to fatigue. I mean, that entire series was crazy. I know I expect to see Green Rag in Demon Hunter, but I did not expect you to bring it in your Druid deck.
Yeah, I'll tell everyone a secret here. You're hearing it. It turns out Malfurion and Illidan are brothers, so they share something, like a girlfriend.
Yeah. That was amazing. I looked away on my screen for like 2 seconds and I looked back and there was an Illidari. There's a green rag. I was like, oh. Yeah, this game just kind of got flipped around.
Yeah, that kind of helped a lot. Not going to
Yeah.
lie, losing both of the clowns is really bad in that matchup, but the second I saw Green Rag, I'm like, maybe there's a chance. Maybe I just survive with Moonfang or something and get to win.
Yeah, it was a tight one at the end there. We did see the double clowns go. It was a really good play by Poim to hysteria you and actually overdraw you those cards. So it was really good and never really gave you a chance to get a strong guardian animal board down.
No, and I just couldn't get the clowns. I didn't draw them. That game, I had the ramp. It was just I couldn't get a board that my opponent couldn't deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you just get there with Green Rag and a little help from your boy Illidan.
Yeah, and I mean this last game, I have to give credit for Poimlock. He played well, but I think this last game he held the clowns for too long because I could not deal with them for quite a while if he just wanted to slam it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we were talking about during the stream was as soon as he pulled that first clown board, I think he needed to continuously slam them. The problem, like after he pulled the first one, he had an opportunity just to slam the second, and you would have had to have twisting. And then at that point, you're out of clears. You have nothing left.
That was my fear.
Yeah, and he still had 2 more clowns in his hand, plus the Yashiraj. He had a total of 8 clowns he could have been playing. So it is a difficult decision when you see a board on the other side to just slam clowns and say, here it is. I've made a board of 5/5s or 6/6s as they were. But, you know, I understand seeing a board of souls with infernals is definitely not something you ever just want to play a board of taunts into and say, all right, can you kill this one as well?
Right, but I think in this matchup, it's really important to note the Warlock doesn't have one-sided board clears. Everything that clears his tends to clear mine. Hysteria can get lucky, but other than Hysteria, typically what is going to happen is I'm going to have to clear everything. And so just the clowns means I have to nether or something like it. The only luck I could get was a cascading, maybe a double cascading out of Yashiraj, but I didn't have that.
Yeah, and you're double cascading. The second one drawn a little later in the game, so a bit more difficult to get it corrupted. But I mean, as you were saying, Hysteria sometimes can get you there, and it got you there on that last turn, able to push that damage and Poimlock going down to the fatigue.
I do regret not Hysteria early. That increased the chances that 2 clowns hit each other. That was really important for me.
Yeah, definitely a more more of a all in play, or not really all in. You still had quite a bit to close it out, but definitely a play that was a little bit more risk taking and led you down a line of reward. So congratulations on that 3-0 sweep. That pushes your team a little bit closer and some much needed points coming into the last couple weeks um, of pro here. 2 weeks left after this one, and you guys are sitting right in that coveted 4 spot in the playoffs. So improving to 5-1 and giving yourself some really nice points for the final few weeks here.
I mean, we're also number 2 in points per week. So
Yeah.
given the teams that didn't take a break, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good, and I think there's still 2 teams ahead of you that are needing. So Gru Process and Para Los Chicos are still expecting a bye week, I believe. So you've got at least one more week to catch up with some points and maybe push a little bit higher into the standings for some better seeding for you guys in Brushy Tuna.
I do think Brushy Tuna is a good team, better than the player.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
That's a hot take if I've ever heard one. Oh boy, you might summon him into chat soon. I don't know. That's dangerous. But
Words right here. I'm sure he'll come at some point.
oh yeah,
Oh,
it's like summoning him. So real fast, you got 2 subs in Always Just in Time and Dardar Binks this week. Could you have found 2 more overqualified subs for this week?
I want to thank Dardar first of all, because Dardar practiced with me for this match. We were testing that warrior out because I did not know Clown Warrior was actually a deck. I had no idea what was going to happen there, and it was a fun practice session. Dardar's a great player. I think Tuna is looking crazy with these 2 subs, but I also love our squad. And congratulations to Icicles for the new baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Icicles, congratulations there, bud. He's my my hero teammate as well, so he's been taking a sub this week to facilitate the family life. So congratulations on that front, my friend.
Yes.
Any last words there, Lotus, before we let you go, buddy?
I just want to thank you all for doing this. I can't see the mini expansion coming fast enough because this Rogue Priest Paladin meta is getting a little bit tiresome. What I can say to everyone watching is we still have time in School Zone if you want to play Wild tomorrow or at 1 p.m. or Standard on Sunday at 1 p.m. We do have a match each, but we can get a second one if you would like.
There you go. Always
Yeah.
for the content, man.
Always.
Love it.
Always.
Well, again, Lotus, congratulations on the 3-0 sweep and getting some much needed points for your team, Brushy Tuna, and good luck in the rest of the weeks, man.
Thank you. And thank you all for doing this. I mean, I didn't watch the stream because I'm not allowed to while I'm playing, but I'm sure you did an amazing job, and I'll catch the replay later.
Oh, always high praise from the Lotus Knight. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right. Swapping over, not in series, but in conference, we go from black to pink. Clownstone versus Infinite Value. Another battle of the 1 seed. Neji Boston versus Clone. Take us through these I guess sort of mirror match
Sure.
decks, but a little bit of spice here and there.
Sure. So I'll start with Neji since he's the first deck list I have pulled up. Paladin, Priest, Rogue, Warrior. Gee, what a surprise of a lineup. We've got Libram Paladin. We've got what looks like a lower to the ground Priest deck. No Ysera, no Soul Mirror, but running Wand Makers, Devouring Plagues, Giants. Rogue is your run-of-the-mill Miracle Rogue, and Warrior is Rush Warrior. Meanwhile, for Clone, we have the same classes. Paladin is Libram. Priest is N'Zoth Paladin, including a Clockwork Giant, which is quite interesting, but it's a good mech to bring back, I suppose, with the Priest. Rogue looks like also a Miracle Rogue, and there is a kind of a Frenzy Rush Warrior running Sour Fang, with a actually running Kazakis in this warrior deck. So very interesting. No Samuro.
Yeah, no Samuro in the deck is very interesting. I mean, has to fit the Kazakus, so out come the 4-drops, and in goes the Kazakis. It's definitely a spicy take on Rush Warrior. I'm interested to see how Clone plays it. It's always nice to see a little bit of tech list and spicier lists, especially in Pro, and everyone's such a high caliber of player and able to play these tech cards extremely well. Fish, what are we seeing on bans, my friend?
Bans. All right. Double Priest. Out of my game, Priest, says both Neji and Clone. So yeah, we have the match coming up soon, Corden, but why don't you talk about the lovely donation goal that we have sitting up on our stream?
Yeah, so I just want to take a minute here just before we get into the next match. We currently have a donation goal in the top left-hand corner of our screen right now. June, I guess it's still May, but June is a Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing with THL right now is we're going to be raising some money and donations and funds and everything on the stream. So I believe that's the donations, tips, subs, the merch, everything that you can buy THL right now is going to go towards the Trevor Project, which is a not for profit, I believe, organization. It's there to help and facilitate things for the LGBTQ community. So everything helps right now. We love your support and being able to donate that. Throughout the THL, there's also individual streamers, and if you donate to them as well, you can donate to the Trevor Project, which is going to help. I've got it set up on my stream. I'm trying to get back into it a little bit. I know like Ron Mexico's got it set up, so definitely a great way to help give back to our community, to help give back and to bring to light a little bit more what we wanted to do, and just, show people that we're not just a Hearthstone community. We're also a community that's welcoming, and we want to be as inclusive as possible with every single individual that is coming in to play Hearthstone. So if you got a little extra and you can help out and to reach our donation goal, that would be amazing. If not, it's always appreciated. Like, share it, Twitter, Instagram, go crazy with it. Somebody out there will definitely help out. So just wanted to touch on that before we get too far ahead and we miss out on some opportunities.
Well, thank you for that.
No problem.
It's always great to have support for the community, both for Hearthstone and the Pride community. So yeah, we're going to get Neji and Clone rolling, and can go ahead and see who we got first to spec, second to spec.
Clone should be first.
All right, Clone first to spectate, Neji second.
Clone first. So what are you expecting to see coming out here? We got the double Paladin bans. We got Paladin. We got the double Priest bans out of the way. No Priest Mirror. We're not here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the matchups here are, oh man, like I am not 100% familiar with how this type of matchup would play out. I expect at least one. I think we're gonna see at least one mirror somewhere along the line. I feel like Paladin or Warrior might be a pretty safe bet for either player to start out with. Rogue might be a little iffy. Rogue definitely wants to see that Paladin, but Rogue does not want to see the Warrior.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see if Clone brings out this Nazoth priest. I think it has a
He
decent.
can't.
It's gone. Oh no! Right, we
Yes.
just talked about that. I'm sad.
I'm so sad. I know. I would have loved to have seen that deck, but I know Neji doesn't want to see it because don't really want to have the opportunity, or don't
Yeah.
really necessarily want to see a priest mirror.
I think it had a good chance in the priest mirror, but it's gone and never to come back. I just noticed there's a claw machine in Clone's Paladin. So, I mean, Clone is the man of many techs this week, it seems. So,
Yeah, I'm not. That's
I mean,
a tech.
it's just more draw, right? I think the biggest issue
isn't
with
even-
Paladin is card draw.
I mean, I guess. I feel like that's
Sometimes
just
you
a.
run out.
I just feel like that's a weird inclusion and not having two Libram of Judgments. To be
Well,
honest.
Maybe. I
But
don't. I personally
we'll
don't
see,
run
obviously.
the Libram of Judgments. I run the one. Sometimes it's not necessary, especially with this. You see the Kazakus list coming out here with
Mhm.
it's more of it's almost the Nazoth Paladin, except for the Nazoth package taken out. He has put in the Libram package. So it's
Yeah.
pretty interesting because you don't typically see the a Libram package like this. So I'm interested to see how it does.
Yeah.
And
we'll see how it does. It will have to see play to win. So we'll see what happens.
oh yeah, we'll definitely see it. I'm just curious to see what it goes into.
Yeah.
Priest is typically okay, and the Priest is gone again. I need to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Priest is gone, so I mean, the Warrior is typically the best shot into the Paladin. So
Yes.
both guys are probably just sitting here saying, "What are we gonna do?" There's a lot of mirrors across the board, and you don't want to be the one caught in the wrong matchup.
Yeah. I'm actually almost just as interested in how this Warrior deck for Clone's going to do. It runs like Ogremancers have been played in THL for Warrior decks a few times now. I've seen it more often than I was expecting, and it seems really good into decks like it seems like pretty decent sometimes into Rogue and Paladin. Not really obviously into the Warrior matchup itself. So we'll see kind of how that ogre works out. Having no Samuro. I'm not even sure what other 4-drops are run. I can look at Neji's list. No Sword Eaters in the deck, that means for Clone, but they're not too big of a deal. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, with all the waiting we have done, we have finally gotten into a match, and it is a Warrior mirror.
All right.
So we're gonna see if these techs that Clone has brought are going to be able to give him the additional push over Neji's Rush Warrior, or is the more typical list going to be better and push through? A very, very strong start coming out for Neji here.
Oh, that start's insane.
That is a very strong start. Rikara pickup from Clone with the Warmaul can definitely clean up any board that chooses to come out here. Parade Leader. Oh, man. Just like that, Clone is right back into this insane draw hand from Neji.
Yeah, Neji doesn't play anything here. He could even opt to... He's gonna play out the bumper car. And can corrupt the stage dive here. Now has to decide, does not go for a bump, but Rokara coming out early is very strong. It will force Neji to make a decision as to where he attacks this next turn, but also Neji has a Parade Leader of his own. So
yeah, Rokara is gonna have to die. It just depends if Neji wants to use some of this additional stuff in the hand to kill the Parade Leader. This stage dive is more than likely going to be able to draw something to kill it.
Krabby,
that's
will kill. Big pickup. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ETC is not the draw you want to see here for Cologne.
Nope.
Warmaul gonna get in there, clean up a little bit. The Warmauls are interesting. I know people have been taking out the oh man. See, they take it out so much I don't even remember what it's called. The Divine Shield gives.
Oh, Shield of Honor?
You got it. That's why you're here and I am brain dead.
Nah, you're okay, buddy. Probably should pick Rush here. Rush or Stealth. Hovering over Life Root. Probably just hovering it there just to decide exactly what you want.
If you get Lifesteal Summon a Copy, that's just a lot of healing.
Sure.
Any of these Summon a Copy are very nice.
Yeah, gets
freeze, draw, copy.
Rush copy.
Yeah, rush copy. So
that's very good for Clone.
That is definitely
he can just sit on that too.
Yeah, that's an above average draw. I mean, it's gonna,
Yeah.
ETC.
Yeah.
It's not really the best that you want to see at an ETC, but it can push a little bit of damage.
Yeah, so Neji's gonna lead with a uncorrupted stage dive, it seems.
Yeah, it's conditioning most likely gonna hit this turn.
Exactly, and picks up the a Crab Rider, which can clear up the board here.
I mean, Neji's getting to the point of he might be able to just kill Clone in one turn. With the ETC picked up, you do have the Playmaker, so double Rider in hand as well. The biggest issue is getting Clone to stick a board. Those Riders are currently 5/5s and are pretty much going to kill anything that comes out.
Yeah. There's, especially with the Playmaker Parade Leader, for sure, this is going to result in a big board for Neji, and there's an option just to kind of go for it right away. I'm sure Neji will see based off his draw exactly how he wants to play this.
So Clone in a kind of an awkward position. No way to utilize the mana really nicely here, and you don't really want to put any of this down.
Yeah, there's an option to just.
You have to kill
There's even a world where you can just play you don't really want to play the golems either, because the golems just get hit in by big old Dark Moon Riders.
I don't know if you want to run Thrap here. I think you just got to Warmaul, honestly.
Yeah, I think Warmaul is fine. I don't really want to run that here. It doesn't get you any buffs now.
Oh, it's just gonna die.
Yeah, just commanding kind of a nice position for Neji to be in, and Clone, his hand's clunky. There's not a lot of real synergies to his hands with the Playmaker. Doesn't really have. It does have the rush minion, so technically you go Playmaker, and then you end up making 4 greater golems. I think
you'd make 4 of them, which is I mean, it's a reactive hand, right? That's the problem with Clone's hand.
Yeah.
And Neji is, as many cards as he has generated and the value he has in them isn't doing anything because the cards are just there to kill Clone in one turn. So kind of clunky hands on the side of both our guys here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to just see Parade Leader plus Crab Rider. It clears the board very cleanly here. Bumper Car as well. Just to make more Dark Moon Riders, yeah. Because the good thing is that Neji will still have another copy of Parade Leader sitting in his deck, as well as, but wants to get those other Dark Moon Riders in hand, even without conditioning, even those little chunk damages. Because I think ETC works better with the 1/1 Riders if you're gonna go for lethals, obviously, because you want to deal as little damage as possible to the minions if you're trading.
I think that pickup definitely gives Neji the room to play these buffed up Dark Moon Riders, especially with the Parade Leader down right now. It's going to be, such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Athletic Studies played here. We're gonna maybe a Claw Machine is gonna have to clear up the board.
Yeah, Brute is another good option, but I feel like if you're gonna go for something, you have to clear off the you would have to do your best to get rid of this parade leader. So I'm very interested. I would almost just want to see the golems here just to clear up the minion. It's not the best play by any means, and it's not really a play you want to make. But it's something.
Yeah, we are gonna see, and actually, just gonna
ETC.
go for the.
This is
more
very
clear.
feels a bit all in here.
Yeah,
but
that.
Oh, Neji also running the ogres. I didn't see that.
Yeah, but I mean, this turn is very straightforward. Yeah, Clone knows what's coming next.
Okay, yeah, he recognized that there was actually just straight up lethal damage, coming out from Neji. So,
I don't think it was lethal because he didn't have the read with
that's
ETC
true.
being in hand. I think he just realized that he knew that he still had 4 Dark Moon Riders with Playmakers.
Makes
so
sense.
He was about to value trade like to the moon.
Everything and kind of just deal 16 damage casually to face.
Well, yeah, I mean the ETC hadn't come down yet. It was just more sticking a board of 8.
Oh, really? I thought ETC came out before the.
No, it was the Playmaker and then I believe a bottom right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I heard, "Ooh, let's melt some faces" during the concede, but I might have been wrong. Okay.
We did see the ETC from Clone the turn earlier.
We did. Yes, we did.
Maybe a little reverb from the turn earlier.
Yeah. Definitely.
An encore, if you would.
Yep. So now Neji comes out with the Paladin, the best chance for him against against this warrior deck, probably because the rogue just won't have a fun time. But
I mean, you don't want to see Paladin against a warrior either. So
no. But your best chance could be to do something scamming with Paladin, but Neji's hand is absolutely terrible right now. With 2 hopes and a judgment. He needs to start drawing really well. But Clone's hand isn't exactly the best either. But he definitely has more possible proactive plays. So like he has coin, like next turn he can coin out the Kazakus and he has some stuff to play. So
I mean, next turn he can just stone maul.
True. Stonewall can come out next turn. He can draw an extra card
and just stick a 4/4 on
That's
the board.
a really nice draw. These are not bad draws for Neji at all. Cariel Rome, Northwatch Commander. So in an Aldor. Runthak is really nice here. It wouldn't be able to fully clear the 3/4 out. So I think Stonewall's a slightly better play here.
Runthak can come out next turn, and I think we might see it. Kazakus on 4 is always very nice as well. Just gives you a little bit more positioning. But you see this Cariel Rome come down, and Overlord Runthak plays into this very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
We now know what the secret is as the Avenge has been sorted out. Oh, maybe just go okay, Kazakus. Just gonna probably trade the Cariel over.
Yeah, you have to trade Cariel with your face here.
That's fine.
Yeah. Not the end of the world.
And we get a rush deal 2. So a little bit more reactive ways to keep Neji off the board and not allow him to really stack up anything too crazy. Oh my Yogg, a little bit late, maybe. You don't want to see it. Doesn't get a whole lot of action in this this warrior. I think that's why warrior really does very well against Paladin, because warrior tends to just have good ways to play around the secrets.
Oh yeah. One thing I will know is that with Neji running the Justice, he does have some stuff he could possibly do. Prevents the coin, shadow stepping, the Kazakus.
Did he get the Kazakus? He got the Kazakus.
Yeah, that's really brutal. Because now there's going to be another golem that gets created.
Oh man.
So, I mean, it's the double hope in hand is great, but that might be about the only hope that this matchup has.
I don't know if you want to. Are we going to play the Kazakus? We know it's a Galloping Savior, so we got to be very careful about.
I might have rather. I would have rathered the Runtak. If you had the man, no, I would have rather just maybe just drop the Runtak in general. Don't even worry about anything else, and he would have been able to just drop it there anyways. But now Galloping Savior into conditioning, like it's great. There's a lot of buffed minions in hand. Good. At least a solid thing is that Neji won't be able to necessarily do a lot about it. Might just have to play the Judgment here, just to start hitting face.
Just gonna have to start drilling.
Yeah, he's got to rush down Clone now.
We did get Lifesteal summon a copy on the Greater Golem.
Yeah, that can get taken care of at least. We're gonna go rush deal 3-2 potentially here. Maybe or
I think it's bumper car Rakara.
Sure, that's always good.
What now?
I think if you go lifesteal summon a copy, it's not great because he knows that he knows Neji runs Justice, so at that point you kind of have to just say he doesn't have Justice in this hand that's extremely clunky.
Regardless if he has Justice or not, though, he still has to clear, and even if he hits it with his face or with a minion, he still gets the 7 heal, regardless if it gets cleared or not. So
yeah, definitely.
I think you're happy playing this and it getting cleared, even if it does.
Yeah.
Penflinger in hand is going to be a little bit heartbreaking, and that Knight of Anointment might be able to turn this a little bit because it could draw a Libram of Wisdom and allow Penflinger to clear off these 7/1s with the Libram of Justice. So,
yeah. Neji's probably feeling a bit sad to get rid of this 5/2 weapon right now, but it might just be okay to swing face and then transition into the other thing, especially having Libram of Hopes for Divine Shield 8/8s. It just probably doesn't feel great in general to do that. Clone just has a wealth of things to play and just has to execute it correctly.
Oh wow.
Oh, Neji's gonna hold. He's gonna wait for a bigger board. He uses Libram of Justice, I guess. Okay.
That is very tough decision for Neji there. I mean, you got to win some way. I'd imagine Claw Machine's very nice to take down this 8/8, and then you're able to stick the 7/7. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you just flood this board, Neji really can't do a whole lot against it. So I don't mind going into like a Parade, Rokara, and a bumper card turn, and just putting as much onto the board as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We see the Claw Machine yet? Claw Machine just as fine. Going to be able to clear that 8/8 pretty nicely. A 6/10
big ogre.
Wow.
That's
we already
big.
had a big ogre. Now let's get a bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aldor Truthseeker picked up is going to cheapen these Librams in hand for Neji.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Paladin is not out of this, right? We still have
No.
Lady Liadrin in the deck. We still have a few secrets that are going to be able to. So really, this is kind of where the Paladin falls out of card draw, though.
Yeah, he's got to hope that there's no clear, which we do know that there's some way to clear it with Leader and Golem. Yeah.
Might have liked to see a bump. I think I don't know if we're saving the bumper cars for our ETC, but we could have actually cleared that with a Parade Leader very nicely. And then actually just like dropped the Rakara as well, started buffing up our golems. So Clone playing a little bit slower. I think he needs to press a little bit more aggressively.
And now we see the Judgment come out. Neji was just kind of waiting to swing the board a little bit. No, he just pings the minion. Okay. I guess Yeah, I'm not exactly seeing the line. I'm sure there is a reason why Neji didn't just drop the Justice. It really has to be valued against this deck.
I
So
think the Libram of Justice just gets more value down the line. He's seen
yeah.
a lot of buffs in the hand, and no matter how much you buff a card, it's going to die to the Libram. This
Yeah.
Rokara is just kind of rotting in hand. We are finally going to start pushing more onto the board, which I do like this call from Clone to finally pull the trigger on some of these high value minions in his hand. But
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Penflinger's going to get work done here.
Sure, it definitely will.
Not the best one drops you can see from first day of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full clear.
It definitely is.
Who knew? Penflinger still finding ways, and I mean, Neji's not out of this by any means. Clone might have just held back a little bit too long. That being said, Neji is on.
He's got such a big hand. I think that it's just if Neji doesn't draw Liadrin soon, I think this game goes.
Yeah, I mean, one more
goes
damage,
to
and
Clone very fast.
Alex is just going to close this game out. So
yes, Alex being in hand is something that will potentially come out. Well, it will come out as soon as there's lethal damage. Rokara with the Challenger does clear off this minion and keeps that alive as a 3/8. So Ryder's just gonna remove the Penflinger.
A Penflinger gone. Oh, can we get another Penflinger? No, sir. Yeah.
Neji concedes. Neji, yeah, that was a really the deck, Clone's deck is interesting, but really the top end that he had that was kind of interesting just never came into play really besides because I mean the Claw Machine isn't in that deck specifically, right? It's in a different deck.
It's in his Paladin. I mean, it's the Kazakus.
But he found one off. Yeah, Kazakus was clutch. The Omaya kind of costed Neji really bad when it turned into a Shadow Step and Shadow Step the Kazakus.
Yeah, on the very small chance that the Omayag helps your opponent, I think more people are expecting it to punish. And man, did it ever? Could have actually stepped the Ganag as well. So even won the 50-50 on the step there.
Yes. So Neji going for the full toss, gets back Swindle, Vanessa, Prize Plunderer, Want Thief. Clone has Barov, Northwatch, and Kazakus in hand with a Omayag that was just played. And Neji really doesn't have to play into the secret right now because there's no reason to.
None of Norman. It's a great draw for Clone to finally get some legs underneath this hand.
Yeah.
All right, not going to proc the secret, and Northwatch Commander is going to be able to come out and do his job.
Yes. See yellow card, play yellow card. Does draw the broomstick. So Neji now will very likely have to proc this the Omayag, or at least test for it, probably with the coin. Does have Want Thieves and Brain Freezes and Vanessa and things like that. So we'll see what Neji chooses this turn.
A lot in the hand. Maybe he's just waiting for oh wow, Bloom.
Turns into a Bloom, so now has 5 mana this turn.
It's a lot of mana.
It's a lot of mana. He does get overloaded next turn, but I don't think he's that concerned about it right now.
It's a lot of mana. That's a cheap hand.
I'm wondering if Neji maybe I think he'll spread. I think he'll spread out his stuff, but he might go Wand Thief and then still go Foxy Swindle. Double Foxy finds Devolving, exactly what he was looking for there, and is able to fully clear that off. Very nice calculation on math.
Well, Kazak is going to come down for Clone. Don't think we're going to see it get Shadow Step this game. We got the 5
Divine
attack and
Divine Shield
maybe
draw.
Yeah.
That's what ends up being picked.
Very good for the Paladin to get the draw, especially Clone's hand's a little bit awkward. He does have the broomstick if he wants to hold the Golem for a value trade in. There's not a ton for Neji to do this turn. Does have the Foxy Swindle. Could actually get a Kazakas of his own, but still has his Kazakas in the deck, so
Yes.
needs to be a little bit wary of that, but definitely could
I
get a
kind
little
of
bit more
wouldn't-
value.
I wouldn't mind that play, honestly.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
He goes Foxy
Um,
Swindle, okay. There might come a turn where like the Libram of Hope comes out and then all of a sudden, oh, the Rogue now has a Libram of Hope, even though it'll cost 9. Like Vanessa's pretty good into these matchups. 10 Woo and Wicked Stab drawn by the whatever it was.
There
the
is the
Swindle.
Liadrin.
Yes.
All right. I mean, Neji's got the hand. Maybe he's looking for a field contact before he really pops off.
Mhm.
Could be looking for a
He's gonna go Foxy Vanessa
Golem now.
to take the Golem for himself.
Gonna be able just to draw some cards.
Wow, big plays.
Yeah, nice job. It actually rips off the Divine Shield, so we can't just get a value trade over into any of these minions here.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, sorry.
I say Clone side, he's not finding any of the Libram discounts just yet, even though he has been able to draw pretty successfully through the deck. No Attendant and no Aldor in sight just yet.
Yeah, I saw him mouse over his claw machine. So I think he might be considering just double trading into the 5/5 here. As that's quite a lot of threat, but doesn't have to. Is gonna play the Oh My Yogg.
You got first day of school with Broom that could do some funky stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's funky enough though. Broom Barov is always a way to get back into the game as well.
Mm-hmm. He's just gonna go super wide this turn and remove the Foxy. Let's see. Neji drawing a Broom of his own.
A Broom and his own Kazakus drawn into hand with the Shadow Step. So, again, Neji just has the utmost that he wants to do in his turns.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the trigger on the Kazakus, can pretty much brain freeze, clear off the board. Still no field contact in the hand, so
Yeah, field contact's gonna have to come in pretty soon. Instantly goes 5. Rush. Maybe Rush. I didn't see the other two. I saw like Rush, Taunt, and something else, I think. So when it chooses Divine Shield draw. For a one, it's a 1 mana.
yeah, I think he was hoping for the +1/+1 there.
Yeah.
Just to be able to get some value trades on the side, because the way that Rogue really wins successfully is being able to stick a more, I guess, a board that's not necessarily big. Oh wow, that is very nice.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Now we're just gonna go Broom.
But a board that is able to value trade and push a little bit of chip damage as the turns go on, which we're seeing from Neji right now. We've got the Tenwu in hand, and we're just looking for the Alex to really close the game out because the 24 damage is great if you can pull it off, but really your easiest way of doing it is just pushing the 16 from the Tenmu step Alex turn that you can see. So Neji is getting closer and closer to those turns, but we do see Clone has both the Librams of Hope, but they cost 9.
Yeah, he has. Like, Clone has to find. Wait, why is his Arcane Anomaly say it costs 0?
Because he played the rekindling spear, so that is why it cost 0. Yeah,
There we go.
little nice, nice stuff there. Like to see it. Claw Machine, maybe able to play the arcane to avoid overdrawing, which actually is pretty nice. Finally, Aldor, where you been, my guy?
Yeah, definitely one of those where you've been.
Oh,
Octobot. Oh,
Octo, but not a successful way to
No.
proc it. You'd
exactly.
So, Octo, where you been? Both kind of
Mhm.
Aldor and Octo are pretty defining in these decks and very low in the bottom 15 here.
Yeah, these cards that Neji is looking for haven't been there. He does still have double passage, so he will be able to at some point just start searching if he needs it. I definitely we're gonna go for another Kazakis, okay.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Probably go for the 5 mana one now. Yeah. Ooh, give your minions 2/2. Or summon a stealth. Okay.
No, it's stealth copy.
Ooh,
He's trying to set up. He's setting up. He's maybe looking for a 2-turn lethal. I feel like you need to at least clear the board here.
It's gonna be a lethal next turn.
Yeah, you're right. It is a lethal next turn. It just depends on the fact that Barov Broom is here.
Barov Broom is going to be able to keep him alive, but we do still have the Tenwu in hand with the Wicked Stabs, so
Yeah.
What are we thinking, Clone?
He's got a Libram of Wisdom?
Yeah, just gonna keep his Arcane Anomaly alive.
Alive, okay. Battle Friend. Plus the Galloping Savior.
Right, so Brain Freeze is a way that we can get this Frenzy proc on Octo, but we're looking for Jandis, I think.
I would definitely think we are looking for J-Bar. Neophyte's also a huge pickup.
Neophyte pushes his Libram of Hope one more turn. Man.
Now, yeah, Neji probably just wants to play only 2 cards here. Can go like Neophyte. He really only doesn't. He doesn't want to have to play that many cards this turn, I guess.
So he knows it's not Oh My Yogg.
Does he care? He's gonna play it. He's just gonna play enough cards to proc and kill the Galloping. So that'll be fine.
Efficient is sufficient.
Yeah. Very, very well done. No cards extra in hand, so Neji will just come back with his hand of 8 cards.
Yeah, the Octo coming down is awkward, to say the least, for Clone.
Yeah.
You just
I'm going to throw the book.
I mean, we do have the Brain Freeze in hand that's able to deal with it, or to proc it.
Yeah.
Oh man, devolving missiles as well. I mean, it is the play from Clone. I don't think there's another.
I think he has to flood his. I think he just has to flood his board. In
You
case
gotta
of
be careful
devolving.
though, because that's a flame. I don't think that flame is ever getting played.
No, I mean you just play the 3/4. Yeah, I think the 3/4 is just fine, and I mean I don't like Neji's gonna have to use a lot of things to be able to get through it, and takes the trade on the Octobot.
Whoa.
Okay, that's interesting.
I guess one less card getting discounted is the way you always think. If I can't deal with the Octobot, I'm at least going to minimize the impact it has on the game.
That's for sure.
Oh, Barov, it paid off in the end.
Sure. I think Neji, I don't know if Neji has a way to 100% guarantee the evolving to hit the 810. But
yeah, you wicked stab the 3/4, you brain
True.
freeze the friend, and then you just devolving, gets rid of the 810, gets rid of a Libram.
there's
wisdom.
lethal. There's lethal soon. We're just gonna rip the devolving first. Try to push some damage.
Oh,
Oh
he
wait,
hits it.
if he was able to, no, he's still able to clear, but he's not able to Alex.
It's fine.
He's able to clear off the 3/5, but he's not able to Alex and end the game. That was to see if he could definitely get the Alex Straza to face, because that would have been big. So now he's probably Jandis, right?
I don't think you want him healing. I really think you have to respect that 3/5 more than you think here. So Jandis, you gotta play animations suck. Oh wow, that is a
Brain
freeze.
Brain Freeze heal
Nice.
doesn't do too much yet. Plays second Octo as well at the end. Yeah, this the best thing that Clone could do is, but Clone like Neji can't be board locked because his minions have 1 health. Some of his minions have 1 health, so it's just gonna have to be a Libram of Hope rip here and hope that there's no way for a clear. Or they'll just hope that Neji doesn't have enough damage after the clear, but I think it's gonna be
Both
6.
shadow steps
It's
are
gonna
gone.
be 7. It's gonna be 7 damage Wicked Stab if this 4/4 isn't removed. So it should just end up being lethal because of the Wicked Stab plus Alex. As long as Neji just trades, essentially.
We have to get through the 8/8.
Mhm.
Divine Shield, and then
Jandits,
Yeah,
Foxy,
we're
Scrap Golem.
definitely through.
Yeah.
Um,
And Guardian Og Merchant on top of it just to make it easier to go Alex Tenwu.
yeah, I just don't know if it's 100% necessary. Oh, we're just gonna.
Oh.
Do we not have lethal?
No, he does. He might have lethal with
We got it
just
this
the
way.
stab.
Okay, fair enough. There was
He's
a
just
few
doing
ways.
He's just doing it with the stab. That's the easiest clean clear.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Rogue through.
Had a few different lethals.
Mhm.
Rogue is man, Alex Tenwu is interesting. Didn't even see Tenwu, just Alex getting the discounts is so beneficial.
Exactly, yeah.
To the Rogue, and I mean, unfortunate for Clone that he didn't find any of those real Libram discounts until it was like too little, too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Neji just has his warrior, right?
Neji has his warrior. Paladin.
Paladin.
Warrior's gone through.
He is Paladin, so Clone opting for a Paladin mirror. Okay. I don't think Clone's Rogue 1 did it.
Nope, it didn't win, but I think that's fine. I think the Paladin mirror is just gonna be, who can go fastest. I honestly think the Paladin mirror. I know we just saw the Rogue beat Paladin, but that was because the Paladin drew pretty horribly with no Aldor attendance or
Yes.
as you see now, Clone getting
Discount.
getting the Aldor attendant on turn 1.
Yes.
Wow, Clone's hand is very dangerous. It's gonna run out of stuff soon. Neji on the other side is pretty much just as well off, and
Yep, he's also going to play some Curve Stone as well.
yeah, Sword of the Fallen coming out from both of our combatants here. We have a Galloping Savior on the side of Clone, so that's probably the best one you want right now.
Yeah.
Kind of locks out any first day of school shenanigans early on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And a Avenge coming out on the side of Neji. So a
Yeah.
little bit more of an aggressive secret build coming from Neji here.
Yeah, he's got one Avenge, one Galloping, two Oh My Yogs, Bleeding Cultist coming out from the first day of school.
Very nice. So clone thinking, do I want to play around a Galloping Savior? Says no. Don't have a way to deal with the 3/4, so we're not going to play into a 3/4.
That's a smart play. Northwatch is yellow, could play that. Another play would be coining out Cariel Rome here, but you probably want to save that for a coin Aldor on 5 or on 4.
Gonna see. I guess the issue is you want to see. He knows it's. Actually, doesn't know that it's okay. So now knows that we don't have. Oh no, that came out of the. So still could be an Oh My Yog.
Yes, Neji does not know what the secret is. He might be a bit cautious, and I think you want to test it with the coin anyways. And if the coin does get Oh My Yogged, then you just oh, he puts Baroff back in deck and gets a Northwatch commander. So Safety Inspector coming out from the first day, actually, kind of putting a resource back in Clone's deck, which is not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, Baroff is going to be better later game, definitely.
Yes.
Northwatch is 100% early game is great with the 2 secrets
Yes.
up. Does get the Oh My Yog off of the last swing there. So,
Guaranteed Oh My Yog.
yeah,
It's
Bloom.
Lightning
So
Bloom again.
better coin.
Better coin. Yeah.
Man, yeah. So Aldor, Knight of Anointment is nice, but at
would
this
trigger
rate,
the-
I think we know he knows.
He knows
this
what
is
that is. He
galloping.
knows what that is. Yeah. There's only
So-
two. There's only 2 things in the deck. So
Does he want to give him a 3/4? Is the question in Neji's mind.
I think just playing the Aldor is fine here.
Yeah, it's not the worst, especially when you don't have a great way to do with the 3/4.
I mean, you could play like Cariel plus something, and then you would be able to remove the 3/4 when it comes down.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna pull the trigger.
Cool. All right. Neji's probably thinking he's gonna have to make the trades to go into this anyway, so make him do it.
Yeah. Oh wow. So play the golden one. Yeah. Hey. Oh, I top deck.
Well, they're both golden. They're both golden. So.
Oh yeah,
yes.
they had the animation of the other one was a little bit weird. Is it a full
Oh.
golden? No, the Northwatch is not. It's very close to
the
a full
Bonk
golden
book
list.
also isn't golden.
Yeah, it's very close to a
Mhm.
full golden list. So
Yeah. So Neji's gonna start using Penflinger here. Does have Hand of Adal and does have Hand of Adal to pair with it if he wants.
I guess the awkward part for Clone is Neji does still have the Oh My Yog up with no great way to proc it. He knows what it is, right? So
It could be I mean, he has to know one is Oh My Yog because of the Galloping Savior being triggered. Sorry, no, he actually does not know what he doesn't know what any of these secrets are.
Yes,
It could be Oh My Yog and Galloping. It could be Avenge. Oh My Yog could be Avenge Galloping. So makes sense.
yeah.
It's kind of what
That's why it's a tricky on this Libram turn. I think you just want to Aldor.
Yeah, putting another Aldor in the way is pretty okay here.
Discount your Librams just so astronomically.
Mhm.
Libram of Judgment going to come out as a 2 mana. Pretty much just criminal to see that card. Gonna proc the
Yeah.
Avenge finally. And second Aldor gonna come down for Neji. I mean, this is just Aldor for Aldor. Both have hit their discounts. It's just up to, who's
Yeah.
going to be able to generate the most resources. And at the moment, Neji is on top of the resource game with cards in hand, but no Librams really. The Libram of Hope, but not as discounted as the clones just yet.
Yes. So I really like this play from Neji. He's just gonna remove the 4/5, develop his own 4/6. He doesn't even have to really rip the Libram of Wisdom. He could have, of course, that would have been fine. Knight of Anointment comes out, draws a Hand of a Doll. That looks like it'll get played for an extra draw, but it'll get oh my yogged.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that clone
And
is
it gets
happy
turned into
about.
It does draw, but no.
It does
It
get
does
the
for
outcast.
double draws,
Yeah.
because it was outcast. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bit unfortunate for Neji. Libram of Hope comes out. So now, Neji can respond with a Hope of his own. He doesn't really have a way to buff up his Samuro to a whole lot of attack and defense here.
Yeah, wow, that spectral sight was insane. Giving Lady Liadrin back too, so just a little bit more gas for clone when he needs it, and taking an edge in the value game.
Mhm.
Samuro gonna have to get buffed up to survive the damage for the frenzy, but I mean it's
There
just it's not really enough.
There is you can pretty much go like Penflinger, Cariel, and then you can like use Libram or whatever combo of spells to kind of remove out the 8/8. And that will get the Libram of Hope discounted further.
For the Alliance and my family.
So we're gonna see double secrets, it looks like. Or yeah, double secrets. So now Clone knows for sure what these two are.
Yeah, he knows 100% what these are. Can just rip the Galloping to proc the other Oh My Yogg.
Yes.
What does he find? A Philosophy for nada.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 2 mana life
mana,
steal, 5/3 weapon seems okay to me.
Yeah, it
And
really does.
I mean, Talon Fordring can come down, and I mean, we have Liadrin in hand. Claw Machine would be the next highest in our deck right now.
Yes.
Outside of a Kazakus, so
Does trigger the pony. Ooh, Neji with his own Talon pickup. That would be nice because that'll get him towards his Liadrin as well. However, sometimes playing the first Liadrin can make a massive difference.
This is not what we stood for.
it can, but there's been no Librams of Hope for
Yeah.
Clone played this turn. He's only played the individual Libram of Wisdom. He's played one Libram of Hope. He has not
Yes.
played any Wisdom, and as I say it, there it is.
Yeah, so he'll be able to get 2 out here this turn, depending on what he wants to do. The Claw Machine would definitely be able to draw some minion, of course.
Yeah. Has
Just
a
gonna
chance at
value
getting
trade.
a knight.
Okay.
Question with Claw Machine is, do you want it to die? Or do you want to take the value trade into the 3/3?
We'll see. Okay.
And with
We'll fight back these brutes.
no secrets in sight,
So
just play
now-
the 3/4.
Neji's Liadrin does a lot here. He can kind of just play out a lot of his hand here with Liadrin. And they play that out eventually.
Yeah, but you haven't seen a Libram of Hope yet from Neji though, so I don't think we see a Liadrin until we see a Libram of Hope.
Sure. And
you
he might
wanna-
play it here, honestly.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're playing that you don't play too many wisdoms, because sometimes you can just tutor yourself completely out of extra Librams of Hope, especially in hand size issues where you pretty much want to empty your hand by the end of the game as a paladin, and then be able to Liadrin for a full hand of such low cost Librams.
I don't think Neji cares. I think he just wants his. I just think he wants the Librams now. He wants to apply pressure. Yeah.
He is going to be able to do just that. Gonna buff up this Silver Hand recruit. If it dies, it is going to overdraw and lose some Libram. So, let's see if it wants to die.
Probably will. I mean, the Bonk book could just hit into it. Could also play Barov here potentially, but
think we
Barov blank trigger.
We still have an Oh My Yogg in the deck as well. Out of clone.
We'll fight
Yes.
back these brutes.
Okay. Gonna go for a 7/8 and attack into the minion. And then Clone's gonna take his own Liadrin right now as well. As you're right, Neji will go to 10 cards and will mill his next draw.
Yeah, and he loses out on, I think, 2 of those Librams as well, only getting the 5 back, so loses 2 of the
Yeah.
Librams and an overdraw here.
I think that Neji's just gonna go for the Samuro here, and that's probably his that's his best possible mill.
Yeah,
as
that was
well.
very nice.
So yeah, we're gonna just put one Penflinger into that minion, and then Samuro should be able to take care of this entire board. Has to decide maybe wants to use a hand of a doll on top of it as well. That way you don't have to use so many of your Librams and can kind of spread them out.
Yeah, spreading them out is the key here. You don't want to get overdrawn again, but you have played the Samuro, so you're not really in too much trouble to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think we might have did we need them? I think we actually needed the hand in order to facilitate the clear on the other minion.
Okay. Yeah, he's just going in.
Yeah,
Find
it's still a
justice.
full clear.
Yeah.
And
it is.
Liadrin able to push 7 here.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. I think he needed that to clear both minions off.
And important to remember that there is no Librams of Justice in Clone's deck.
Yes.
He
He only
actually
has Barov, and he got Barov Broom. But it still shouldn't overdraw.
There's 2 here. There's 1 there. And there's 3 here. 4. So no, we'll be 5. We'll go to 9 cards, I believe.
Yes. Because of the Samuro.
Just 1 shy. Fallen comes out. Gonna pull the last Oh My Yogg in the deck. Libram of Hope coming out too. It's coming down to Libram games.
Yeah, so Neji should probably opt to probably shouldn't play his own Hope into this, but should definitely, I think, go for the try to use go hero power with something first, just to test for Oh My Yogg here. I think he's seen the others. I think he's seen the other ones. So Knight of Anointment first is probably the best play. It'll pick up a second Justice, and this is gonna get very tough for Clone to win.
Yeah, not many threats left in the deck.
Shadow Steps the Penflinger, okay. So it doesn't have to use a spell to get it back.
would have.
I mean, it practically had this. It had the same effect.
Yeah, it just
But it's
costs
just- but it's-
one less.
It's actually 0 mana, so that's very interesting. Yeah, Neji's gonna be able to compare this with the Libram of Hope. Clone use is only clear left, so I'm not sure what there is left. Per se.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left in the deck on threat wise, even clear wise. Outside of a Kazakus that
Yeah,
could
Kazakus would.
possibly get 5 mana poison or something like that. Libram
True,
of Hope
yes.
is pretty much the last threat in the deck for Clone, but it is just dealt with very handedly on board.
He's gonna have to take. Yeah, he's gonna take full 12 and heal, and then just buff up the minion. Neji could just honestly just use the second Justice here, and it would probably be enough.
Yeah, I mean, he could even just clear, bag the 12/12 in, and then
Yeah.
play all his
The Librams,
Librams
yeah.
onto the 3/4 and just drill them for 7 or so.
Yeah.
Neji's
going fast here, so we'll see what he draws.
Wow, that's why
First day. That's
player
massive.
into first day.
Yeah, he'll play to do this. Justice.
I don't think it's wrong either way.
Nope.
This just pushes and gets him even closer to death.
Yeah, and I would expect the bump into the 1/1 here.
Raptor, Safety Inspector, and Broom. I mean, Broom here is Hand of Adal is not going to get him there, and Clone going to play out the hand, see what Hand of Adal could possibly draw him, but with second Libram gone, Knight of Anointment will draw another Libram of Wisdom, and just going to give these all up to the side of Neji, and maybe allow him to smash this Guardian into his face.
Yeah, if you're gonna play them all onto him, you have to let him hit into you.
Neji gives him the Neji's sitting here. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy.
Nah. Good. I mean, both sides had their moments where they executed their game plans. It's just, especially in that last game, it's just Neji had a little bit more gas. Had just that last bit of gas that allowed him to take control of the game.
Yeah, the biggest
So-
part came down to the Liadrins, and I mean, with Clone not being able to play any Wisdoms as early on as Neji was able to, it didn't even come down to the Librams of Hope in that game. It just came down to the Wisdoms being discounted. Samuro, in the end, seemed to be the better 4-drop than a Kazakus that was MIA for that match, unfortunately. So, bit of a mistech, but I still think it's a spicy bring, and it definitely could have gotten the win. So no worries there for Clone.
Oh,
It was a
cool.
close mirror for sure.
Yo,
Edgy, how you doing, man? Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. It was a good match.
Yeah, man, it was you love to see. I mean, we don't like priest mirrors, but paladin mirrors I'll take any day of the week.
Yeah, I was not going to play against Priest today.
Yeah,
couldn't do it
yes.
myself.
Yeah, Clone going down the same line as you there. Double priest ban. You love to see it, especially for the sanity of everybody watching at home. But yeah, that paladin mirror pretty much came down to Liadrins at the end of the day, and you able to, refill your hand with 0 mana wisdoms. And Clone unfortunately wasn't really able to get the same value out of it. Really came down to be detrimental in that game.
Yeah, I pretty much in the Paladin Mirror, you just want to play the Liadrin as fast as you can if you have the Wisdoms played. So I had that Libram of Hope in my hand for a while, but I was super focused on getting the Liadrin down because I knew I was going to get a ton of buffs, and there's no way to silence those away. So once I get those going, it just kind of snowballs from there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Now, what do you think of your opponent's lineups? Clone bringing kind of a interesting tech lines this week. playing the stone malls into the warrior and claw machine and the paladin. What do you think? Like, what do you think as the opponent going in? Like, what are these tech cards I'm facing?
Yeah, I mean there are some actually like quite good ones. Like the brooms in Paladin were something I was worried about a bit because brooms are obviously really good in the mirror for rushing your hopes and stuff.
Yes.
The claw machine I'm not so sure about, but it's interesting. And then the rush warrior, it's got some cool options. I guess it's more late game threats with the stone malls and the sour fang that reses those guys. But for the most part, it was pretty close to a mirror outside of the few texts.
Yeah, the techs were very interesting. Pretty straightforward lineups yourself. You think these are the 4
Mhm.
best decks in the game right now? I mean, it's pretty much flat out. I think most people are in agreement with it. What do you think the mini set's going to bring for these 4 classes?
Hopefully not much because they're already too good.
Yeah.
Hopefully give some of the other classes like Warlock and Shaman some love.
Yeah,
I don't need any more
exactly.
priest cards.
New Murloc.
Yeah, the new neutral Murloc coming out there. Mutanus was pretty huge. So Shaman, yeah, and we
My
got the
boy.
Shaman guy. So yeah, mini set aside, that gives you guys Clownstone a pretty strong lead on this week. Going up 8-1 or 8-2 over Infinite Value with Case Luna getting a 3-1 victory over Interval. Pretty much like the last match we saw, you guys are kind of sitting in that precarious 4th position with no pros in F2L Crimson right on your heels. So being able to get some really great points and deny some as well is going to be great for the last 2 weeks here of Pro.
Yeah, definitely. In the first few weeks, we honestly didn't prep that hard, but we're definitely prepping a lot harder now and like actually putting a lot of time into our practice and stuff to hopefully make playoffs and make a run for it.
It's really good to hear.
Yeah, y'all looking good with that points per week, especially after a bye, because the 2 teams mentioned haven't had their bye yet. So yes, I mean sitting in 4th now, but I expect when the season shapes up, y'all will be up there fighting for that 1-2 seed potentially. with
Yeah,
CPs
our
and
2 new
Tappers.
players have been really great additions as well. So
Yeah,
happy to have them on the team. And well, everybody on my team is great, but nice to have some new faces that are putting in some good work.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually the how it is for the new look Clownstone as you had to replace your two members on your team midway through the season. Like, do you know these guys outside of the team? Clearly, you probably do. German Chef and Super Chicken have been around for a while, but is it kind of awkward halfway through the season getting new teammates and then having to kind of rekindle morale and some chemistry with these new players?
It's not too bad. I mean, they fit in pretty well. I didn't know them that well beforehand, but since joining, they've been really great to have. And our other 2 members were great as well, but like Shep and Super Chicken are, I'd say, more invested in Hearthstone right now and more invested in playing in THL and stuff. So we're definitely getting a lot out of them, which is great.
Nice. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I think the right stuff ahead for your team, especially starting at the week 8-2 with still Nails, Super Chicken, and German Chef to play. So gonna have to put up a lot of points this week, but I'm pretty sure you are you're getting there. And Canadians on the team, I believe there's 3 now. So it's very close to a Canadian Clownstone Fiesta.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a Canadian Clown Fiesta. Let's not get crazy. There was a 5 team of Canadians.
I
back
know
in the
there
day.
I know.
Yeah, we're not quite up to that level.
You just got pull a few more Canadians. And you can go full.
Diamonds and dabs, easy.
Yeah, way back. Yeah, a whole year ago. In the Hot Pro, but no, congratulations, Neji. That is a fantastic win. Great job into a very strong opponent in Clone, bringing some spicier tech decks and making you really put your money where your mouth is and play through some some, I guess, unknown variables in some of those deck lists.
Yeah, he made it fun with the spicy tech. So shout out to him. He definitely played well. It was a close series, and yeah, thanks for casting the game, guys.
Hey man, no problem.
No
Thank you for
problem.
being on stream. I know Fish reached out to you kind of last minute today. We've been all a little busy and crazy right now, so always appreciate people being able to get in last minute and get some awesome stream time in.
Yeah, shout outs to Clone for that. Clone
Mhm.
messaged me in the morning and was like, "Y'all need a match? We got one." And I all I had to do was wait for Neji to wake up.
Yeah, that might take a while.
because Neji's Pacific time, obviously, and this was messaged AM EST.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So yeah. But yeah, I
All
think
right,
that's gonna
thanks,
wrap
guys.
it.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks again, and congratulations and good luck in the next 2 weeks of pro and that final playoff push, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one,
Awesome.
guys.
Awesome. Well, with that wraps up our night. The first Friday in a little while we haven't had Battlegrounds, so it was a bit of a hectic week trying to figure out. Okay, we don't have the 9 o'clock just filled for us anymore. Let's go find some stuff. Let's do our job. So, shout out to everyone on stream tonight. Neji Boston, Clone. Shout out to our match 1 of the night, which was Palm Locked in Palm Lock, and Brushy Tuna, which was my brain is sore. Our boy Lotus. Wow. Whew. Yeah. How could I forget Lotus?
Yes.
Yeah. So just going to run through real quick there. I guess there's a couple of matches. I'm just looking at our lovely spreadsheet that Lotus Knight,
Sure.
speaking of your boy, generated for us there to get things moving. So Saturday, Schoolstone at noon. It looks like it's Lefty and Absolute. Not sure who's casting that, but...
It'll probably be me and Jailstorm.
Okay, cool. And then Lotus opping, obviously, so...
No.
No?
me opping.
Dang, okay, you opping.
A
So
lot
there
of,
you
I'm
go.
doing two ops tomorrow.
You got 2 arms, so 2 ops. I get you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Turn
fill
to
your
an
arms up.
Need to become an efficient Octobot eventually.
So Saturday night, so Salty Saturday, is Donde doing that, or are you doing that one too?
I'm
doing-
doing that one. I'm not sure who's gonna cast with me. I'm gonna guess Isocles won't be casting because he had just had a kid.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
will
think
fi-
so.
I will find. We will have another caster.
Just tell him to suck it up
Do not
and
worry.
just get him on screen and start casting with the new one, the new baby, new Bambino. So
Yeah.
So we got Geranium Battle and Chester playing at 9 p.m. Eastern for their legacy
Yeah.
match. And on Sunday Schoolstone, I believe there's Our Hat versus Itachi in a Classic Hero series. That's at noontime.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
And we have on Sunday, it's going to be Ron Mexico and myself casting a legacy match between Neb Canuck and Canoe. So, but we do have a lot of open spaces there for people either in the daytime on Saturday and Sunday or evening for Saturday night and Sunday. Just hit us up. If you feel like you want to be on stream and have some fun, then hit myself, Lotus, Fish. I think Donde's still out of action, so yeah, just hit one of us 3, and we'll be sure to try and find a spot for you. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So you guys any final words there for tonight before we wrap it up?
Just thank everyone for being here. I just want to mention the donation bar again. If you can feel it within your means to help out and reach our goals so we can support the Trevor Project, that'd be awesome. We've got 2 great tournaments going on as well. We've got a standard legacy, I believe, going on, or a standard pro going on, and then a battlegrounds tournament later on in the month. So keep an eye out and definitely sign up for those.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that closes us up for the night. So tune in tomorrow afternoon. Watch some THL stuff. and sit back, relax, and have your White Claw, as some people are curious about. Is it White Claw?
White Claw? Oh, bud. Right now I'm not on the White Claw.
Okay.
I will become, nicer weather, and when the sun's out, the guns are out. You know what I
There
mean?
you go.
So,
Woo!
and I'm Canadian and I don't own a license, so you know what I mean.
Okay, this is a PG stream, sir.
Don't worry, I have a shirt on.
Tank top. There you go. All right.
top.
So, on behalf of Corden and Fish, we are out of here. Have a great night. Be safe out there.
Stay safe.
Have a great night, everybody.